How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the former anime game as always, and today we're back yet again with some more Expedition 33. Last time we encountered Renoir yet again, learned that Verso is apparently his son, go figure. Not necessarily super surprising, like it's obviously, not something we knew before, and truth be told, I didn't even suspect that he was Renoir's son. I had assumed he was just a part of Renoir's expedition. But we learned that the lady that is accompanying Renoir, her name is Alicia. I theorized about what I thought, or who I thought she was, as well as who I think Mael might be, and their connection together. And we learned that this guy can apparently craft a weapon that can pierce the barrier, I assume to the Paintress's heart, but we need to go and kill things called axons, which are apparently a lot stronger than Nevrons. Verso said that he's tried to fight them before and failed, and with him being immortal, that's kind of a big deal. So, yeah. We also found a stone for this guy, this big guy, Esquie. Don't know what that's done for him yet, but
I'm mad.
What's up, Esquie? Why are you mad?
Esquie.
I'm stinking mad.
About Noco.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's also what happened as Noco died. It's been a little bit since I recorded the last episode, so. Which, speaking of Noco, we saw that he was placed inside of, like, an urn. Which, we've seen a lot of those urns, but just, like, really big. So I guess those are all, Gestrels waiting to be reincarnated. I don't want to say they're dead, because they're not. They're just waiting to be reincarnated. At least according to Monoko. Monoko also said that we can bring Noco back, but some of the Noco we knew won't return. So the Noco that would be brought back won't be the same Noco that we knew. At least not entirely.
That was mean. I thought he cared. Renoir's not being Renoir.
See, I put a lot of stock into what Esquie says. Because Esquie, much like the Gestrels, really does care for the expeditions. Or the expeditioners. But I don't think it's just I think he cares about pretty much everyone and everything. So...
He's not a nobody.
He's not what?
Too.
No! He's not what, Verso? Yes. Now, I also have kind of come under the assumption that you only get a specific amount of, like, times you can do this, each camp, or whatever. So, which, speaking of which, I need to actually start camping more. I very rarely actually camp, which is bad. Verso approaches Esquie, who stares intently at his armband.
That armband looks nice.
I want to rip that armband off him so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate NPCs who have critical information and then choose not to give it to you because they're like, oh, well, you don't need to know it. Fuck you! I hate NPCs like that.
Yeah, I guess it's official. We're part of the disaster expedition now. What's up with you? So, you want an armband too?
Maybe.
You barely have arms.
That's literally not true. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck do you call these right here? Verso? What do you call these? Are these not arms?
Not true. Anyway, I want a headband.
Your head is humongous. You're gonna need so much
It
cloth.
literally is not.
I have a big brain.
All right, Monsieur Big Brain. We'll see what I can do. Happy now?
Ooh, this is the nicest thing ever.
Esquie is even more excited than usual. Urso has given Esquie the greatest gift ever. Esquie is overcome with emotion. Alright. Very nice. Esquie dances around with his armband for a bit before they return to the others. Oh.
Ready for the axons? Of course you are.
Urso joins Mael, who is throwing rocks by the lake.
Throwing rocks again.
Mm-hmm. You should try.
Esquie would be horrified that we're throwing stones into the lake.
Or he'd be super happy because we're sending them soaring on fun little adventures.
I've noticed this a lot, but there's something up with the hair in this game where like certain angles just cause the hair to become white.
Oh, so they're like little rock expeditioners.
Exactly.
Would that make you Lumiere then?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm launching them on their journey and watching them from afar. Stone after stone after stone, knowing they'll never come back.
And knowing you'll never stop.
You'll never stop.
You get it?
Yeah. I enjoy depressing poetry too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Is that what you're writing in your notebook all the time? Depressing poetry.
It's not all depressing. Why, what do you write about? You don't seem like a sunshine and rainbows type.
Mostly poetic insults to use on the Noco. I'm currently comparing him to the backside of an owl. Actually, writing is cathartic for me. It helps. Getting the thoughts out of my head and onto the paper. Giving shape to my feelings.
And that is a real phenomenon. Where writing something down can help in a lot of ways. It can help sort of work through things like trauma. It can help bring a sense of comfort. Like Mael, for example, she's writing in the notebook to honor Gustav, and in the hopes that his apprentices will read it, just like Gustav did, where he wrote in his notebook hoping that his apprentices will someday read it. And this has real scientific backing as well, in real life, where, like I said, writing things down can just help get through, like help process things. And like Verso says here, giving shape to your feelings.
Can I see?
Do I get to read
Do I
yours?
get to read yours?
Mine's kind of personal.
Well, so is mine.
Yeah, but I bet you secretly want people to read it.
Okay, fine. I'll let you read mine if I get to read yours.
Okay, deal.
Be kind, though.
Yeah, I can't promise that.
Now and Verso feel closer to each other. Relationship level increased. Now level 2. Now, I don't know what any of this does, but appears to be extremely critical of Verso's writing. They go back to the others after Mael is done teasing Verso.
I'm sorry,
Noco.
Mongia. We'll bring Noco back.
I know.
I'm ready. Just say the word.
When the time is right. After we've settled this.
Yeah, we'll spend some time with Noco. I'm trying to keep all of them relatively the same relationship level.
I see you got stronger.
Well, I didn't spend the last few years hiding in the mountains.
The mountain where a Pellerin cut you in half and you cried for my help.
Yeah, the mountain where a Stalag stomped you, and I had to evacuate you.
You want to fight?
Well, unlike Gestrels, I need sleep, so I'll pass.
Coward.
Have you seen how weak you are now? I beat you blindfolded. I'll admit, I'm afraid of you. No, these two got they got a good homie kind of relationship together. They definitely tease each other constantly about this kind of shit.
Have you seen how weak you are now? I beat you blindfolded.
In the mountains, I have learned inner peace. These petty provocations do not work on me anymore.
I've missed our little excursions. Yeah, you do too, I know.
Remember our first battle against the duelist?
Sure do. We got our asses kicked pretty hard.
And this one time we tried to swim to the Red Tree Island and you got eaten by that snake?
Oh yeah, it turns out living inside a snake's belly is possible when you're mortal. Carving my way out was a nightmare though.
Remember the time you got stuck in our building for a year? Remember that time when you challenged Esquie to a duel? I could see him.
Remember that time when you challenged Esquie to a duel?
Well, someone conveniently forgot to mention that Esquie is the most powerful creature in the world. Good times. Oh, and remember when...
Monaco and Verso fall back into a familiar pattern of camaraderie. Fantastic.
Good times indeed.
They spend some more time bragging before they go back to before going back to the others.
I'm sorry, Mongia.
I know.
I'm ready.
When the time is...
Alright, we're gonna spend some more time with him because I want to get him up to level 2 as well. Verso approaches Monaco, who is carefully cleaning his Nevron legs.
Polishing your collection of Nev legs?
Yes. Aren't they beautiful?
Beautiful is a word that one could use.
Your lack of enthusiasm is disappointing.
Why do you need to polish them anyway?
A warrior must be prepared for battle. And battle is just as much mental as physical.
Mental, eh?
Imagine you're in Nevron, and you see me.
He is so like Rafiki.
Charging toward you.
There's zero shot that this character was not inspired by Rafiki. Zero fucking shot.
Brandishing the well-polished and gleaming leg of one of your brethren. Think of the intimidation.
True. I wouldn't want to battle anyone who's using your hairy foot as a club. Or for the smell and the intimidation.
And then I transform into one of them. Ha! Intimidation and confusion. From that alone, the battle is already won. The rest is mere cleanup.
Funny. Doesn't seem to work for you against Stalax, does it? Oh, you're right. I feel thoroughly intimidated.
Funny.
No.
Doesn't seem to work for you against Stalags, does it?
Stalacts are too stupid to realize they should be intimidated and confused.
Right. Definitely not because you're afraid of them.
Pah! Me? I fear no Nevron. Least of all a Stalact.
Perfect. In that case, want to go intimidate some Stalacts? We've got some time to kill.
Yes. Well, that would definitely be quite exhilarating. But maybe later. I really need to finish polishing all these legs. I've still got 20 more to go.
We have not collected that many legs, Monoko.
I've missed you. Alright then. Come on, move over and hand me an extra cloth. Let's get these legs shining so bright they blind our enemies and send them screaming.
As they polish Nevron legs, Monoko exuberantly bellows a war chant and bullies Verso into singing along. They sing together with great gusto. Level 2. Fantastic. Lune comes over to hush them, but ends up joining the polishing effort. It takes a while, but they finally finish and head back to the others. Lune, you're one to fucking talk. You're one to talk. Speaking of
Lune. Okay. We'll, talk later then.
Verso approaches Lune. He can see she wants to ask him more questions.
I've been wondering, why stay on the continent alone? Why not return to Lumia?
I did. I went back. Helped with the rebuild. After the fracture, we didn't have anything. Food, shelter. None of it.
Things must have been chaotic then.
Nothing like the end of the world to bring out the best and worst in us. I almost missed those times. You know, the dome shield. My father and I helped build that.
Oh, why'd you leave then?
Those early expeditions, they were search and rescue. We didn't know about the paintress then. We just wanted to find our loved ones, like my mother.
I see. But this time, you didn't go back.
People didn't trust me.
Gee, I wonder why.
Guess I'm hard to trust.
When you purposefully hide like crucial information, yes. Because I'm gonna be honest, had I known you were fucking Renoir's son from the beginning, I wouldn't have fucking trusted you and let you come along.
Perhaps.
Which, I know some people would be like, oh, that's why he didn't tell you. Yeah, that means you're lying, and that means you're untrustworthy, and therefore you shouldn't be coming with us.
Guess they thought I knew more than I did.
You probably do.
Halfway to the monolith, I was betrayed. Barely escaped.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Kind of killed my interest in returning home. What about you? Do you miss home?
I don't know. Everything he says now is fucking called into question. Because you lied! You can't be trusted!
I spent my whole life studying the paintress and the monolith. This is where I need to be.
What a long-winded way to avoid answering the question.
She didn't avoid it. She answered directly. You asked her what she's been up to. What she's been doing. And she told you.
Yes, there are things I miss.
You paint such a vibrant picture.
If you must know what I really miss of viennoiserie.
Oh, good answer. I miss those too. What?
I enjoyed this conversation.
High praise.
Min feels more relaxed in Verso's presence. She appreciates that Verso has shared actual useful... Wow! Imagine that! Someone enjoying the fact that you're giving actual useful information and not being a fucking asshole and lying all the fucking time. Imagine that! Then he becomes lost in thought, reflecting on the information that Verso shared. Verso feels ignored and goes back to the others. Good! You should feel ignored.
All these years and you've never defeated an Axon?
They're kind of tough.
And do you think our chances are close to zero?
I didn't think you cared about odds.
Lune and I have less than a year. But Mael's different. Story time?
Let me think.
Come on. You've been alive for over 60 years. You must have tons of stories.
Over 100 years, actually, so it's hard to choose. I need a topic. I can't just spit out stories on command. We'll go
Over
with this one.
100 years, actually. So, it's hard to choose.
You're 100 years old and so indecisive?
All right, all right.
Over 100,
Let me
actually.
think.
Last time, if I recall correctly, she wanted something personal. So we'll go with that.
Okay. I'm going to share something deeply personal with you.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
It's about my hair.
Your hair? That's a bit literal on the dark and personal.
Hey, I'm sharing a heartfelt secret here. Do you want the story or not?
Please, do share.
Sometime after the fracture, my hair turned completely white, like an old man. Luckily, the Gestrel village has a hairstylist quite skilled in color treatments.
Lucky.
But he's always napping when I get there, and his apprentice always mucks things up. I'm lucky my hair's not purple this time.
Purple could be fun.
So, your turn.
That was hardly dark or personal.
White hair? Old man, I'm revealing myself here.
All you've revealed is that you're vain, and that you're really bad at making appointments.
Vain? Hey, I'm not the one with all the bracelets and rings.
Actually,
Oh,
my
good
students
comeback.
made these bracelets for me, to remember them by.
Oh.
Because? Chances are we'll never see each other again.
Not necessarily.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. My youngest student is 6. Her parents will gommage when she's 12, and she herself won't live past 21. Her parents did the maths. They'll have 12 years as a family, and she'll experience 21 years of life. These are the choices we get to make. The earlier you have children, the more time you get to share with them, the more life they'll get to live. And every year you wait...
You're shortening your child's life.
Precisely.
You don't have any children, though.
No, I don't, but I have my students. One of my friends, Sophie, said it best. She said she loves her children so much, the best thing she could do for them is not to have them. See? Dark and personal.
Yeah, you've set the bar high.
Come back with a better story next time.
The Verso's story was rather lacking. Ciel appreciates Verso slightly more than before. Only slightly. Also, I got to do everyone this time, so... Ciel and Verso spent a bit too long teasing each other before going back to the others. I'm gonna see if I can do... more?
All these years and you've never
They're kind of...
And you...
I didn't think you...
Lune and I...
Can spend some more time with her. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can spend more time with all of them and see how much I can. He approaches her,
Want to make
seems
amends for
open
your
to talking.
terrible story?
I'll be honest. I didn't expect things to get so deep so fast.
I could tell. I'm not really sure you're up to the challenge.
Oh, I can keep up. In fact, I'm here to offer a story.
A good one this time?
Yes. Well, you said I'm vain.
No. You said you're vain.
No, you said you were the one that said he was vain.
Would a vain person keep this scar? I could heal it, but I don't.
Oh? Why is that?
It's a reminder of the price I paid to stand on my own 2 feet. But, it meant walking away from people I cared about. So, there you have it. Dark and personal.
I feel like there's more to this story. It's probably not a coincidence, then, that Renoir has a similar scar.
Mael's right. You really do see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We disagreed on pretty much everything. Tactics, goals. What lines we wouldn't cross. I had to walk away, but he was... resistant.
You fought?
It was the first time we ever raised a hand against the other.
If you can control your healing, that means Renoir can too. And he made the same choice as you. Interesting.
I bet he kept it for the exact same reason, but because his motives are different, it's technically still the same reason, but for a different purpose.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. But, you're right. So, dark and personal enough for you?
It was worthy.
Worthy of the story of that scar on your stomach.
Well, we all have scars that won't heal, don't we?
Deep.
That's a story for another time. The scars look good on you, though.
I know. That's the real reason I keep them.
I knew it.
So appreciates that Verso opened up to her. She feels closer to Verso now.